What is up, guys? Justin here with a completely impromptu and unplanned pickup video. And the reason I'm filming this right now is because we hit the absolute mother load at the garage sales this morning again. And that'll make more sense when I explain what actually happened. But yeah, it's a Friday right now. I would never film a video on a Friday normally, but we got so much stuff from this one sale that it's honestly too much stuff to just leave like laying around. It just takes up too much room. So I've got to start making a move on some of this stuff now, figure out what to do with it, whether it be put it on my shelf or see which ones Ryan needs or wants or whatever. But anyway, I'm sure a lot of you saw, you know, the pictures that I posted on Facebook. I didn't show everything we got, obviously, but I kind of took a picture of the whole lot as a whole, you know, and it kind of featured some of the better titles. But I mean, that doesn't even scratch the surface. Ryan and I went through these when we got home, and just I'm taking a second look at everything we got now. I'm still kind of in shock here. So I guess I'll go ahead and tell the backstory real quick here. I'd seen an ad online for a garage sale in the next town over from us here that had advertised Sega Genesis and games and assorted Super Nintendo games. That's all it said. So, I mean, we made that our #1 destination for the morning because that was the only sale, you know, that we saw that had listed any kind of video game. So, woke up at 7:45, I think. Sale wasn't starting till 9, but we were out the door here by like 8 o'clock. Like I said, it was the next town over. So we got there at like 8:15 or whatever. But as we were driving up to the sale, I started to like kind of recognize it. I was like, you know, this is going to be pretty. This must be pretty close to where we found that Super Nintendo MOTHERLOAD a few summers ago. And then we pulled up to the house, and I see the lady walk out of the house, and I'm like, I turned around and I was like, oh my God, this is the same lady. This is the same house. Like, this could be very good. So anyway, they were still kind of setting stuff up and whatnot. So Ryan waited in the car. I actually walked up there, and you know, I said, "Hey, is your sale open yet?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And right away, she recognized me too. She's like, "Yeah, are you looking for video games? Like, weren't you the one that came a few summers ago and bought all those games from us?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was my friend and I." And so she kind of recognized me too, which was funny. But she, you know, I saw all the games. You know, she was just started putting out the games as I walked up there. It was almost perfect. And once I saw some of the titles that she had on the table there, and asked her how much they were, and she said $1 each, I was just like, oh, I waved Ryan over. I was like, get over here, we gotta start boxing this stuff up. And I couldn't, you know, take my wallet out fast enough. But the problem is she had so many games that I didn't have enough money in my wallet. I had like $80-some, I think, in my wallet at the time. I had to go to the ATM, actually. She had to hold some of the games for me. I had to come back and pick them up. But I got pretty much everything that she had. So I guess I'll start showing you guys what we picked up. The majority of what we got were Sega Genesis and boxed Super Nintendo games, along with some PS1 games, a ton of soundtracks, and we got a system and some other stuff that I'll show at the end there. So, start out with the Sega Genesis games, I suppose. Now, as for like condition and stuff, it varies a lot. Some of these were rentals. It was very obvious that some of these were rentals. So they're not in the greatest shape. Others of them are like in practically brand new condition. So I'll do my best to show you guys which ones are complete and whatnot. So let's start it out here. Cardboard box game in beautiful shape. Desert Demolition starring Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. This one was complete again. It's just got the black and white manual there behind the cartridge. Next up we got Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. That one was complete. A copy of Road Rash 2, actually in a cardboard box. I've never seen it in a cardboard box before. It looks like it's complete though. I think the manual is back there. Generations Lost. That one was a rental, missing the manual. It's got some stickers on it and stuff, but hopefully I can clean that one up. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in a cardboard box. Again, pretty much mint condition. Looks to be complete. This one's pretty destroyed and sun-faded. Championship Pool. If you can see, it doesn't even have the plastic over the case there. That one's all beat up, Blockbuster stickers all over it, but it's just Championship Pool. Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast, which was complete. Sonic Spinball, complete. Tony La Russa Baseball. This one feels like it's complete. Yeah, it's got the big book in there. Barkley Shut Up and Jam, completely sun-faded. That one was obviously sitting in the window for a long period of time, and the car's pretty beat up, but no big deal. Taz in Escape from Mars. That one was complete. This one was just a cart only in a generic case. Is Cyberball. This isn't even a Genesis case, actually. Alright, next up, cardboard box. We got Sonic 3D Blast. Very nice shape. Looks to be complete. We got Batman Returns. Complete. Cardboard box Primal Rage. Very nice shape. Looks to be complete. Next up is Beauty and the Beast Belle's Quest. That one was complete. Pocahontas. This one I think is a little more expensive on the Genesis. That one was missing the manual. Got a Blockbuster sticker on the top of the cartridge if you can see that there, but that one should clean up alright. Echo the Dolphin, or just Echo I guess, Tides of Time. That was complete. A lot of these have random inserts in them too, like rental instructions, or some the guy wrote down like codes for games and left them in the cases and stuff. So a lot of these have extra stuff in them. Micro Machines. I think this one's a little bit harder to find too. Codemasters. Weird looking cartridge there. No manual. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. That one was complete. And I'm already running out of room here. I foresee a problem in the next few minutes, but we'll deal with that when we get there. This one's really cool. Crew Ball. Heavy metal pinball. Unfortunately, I think it's missing the manual, and the card's pretty beat up, but there is a cool Motley Crue sticker on the back of the case there. I'm assuming that originally came in here. It's an EA sticker, so. We got, I've never seen this one before, Insector X. And that one was missing the manual. It's got some stickers on it. But I've never seen that one before. Garfield Caught in the Act. Complete. Subterranea. That one was complete. This was probably one of the better ones, if not, I don't want to say it's the best one we got yet, since I don't exactly remember what's in here, but a cardboard box of Doom Troopers. And this one was complete. Very, very nice shape. A little bit of, I think it's some tape on the side of the box there. I might be able to get that off. It's pretty unnoticeable though. But yeah, Doom Troopers. Super awesome to find that one. We got Sonic and Knuckles. That one was complete, it looks like. NHL All-Star Hockey. No manual. Alright, I'm going to put some of these down over here so I have some more room to work with. Alright, moving on. This one I've been looking for a while now. Haunting, starring in Poltergeist. I actually have the box and manual for this already. I got from a garage sale. It didn't have the cartridge in it though, but this one was fully complete, so now I have an extra box and manual. This one's been going up in price. I've been watching it go up in price as I was looking for the cartridge. Gargoyles, cardboard box, but complete. We got Jurassic Park. That one was complete. World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Complete. This one's really beat up. I don't even know if the okay, game's in there, but it's Booger Man, a pick and flick adventure. But as you can see, no plastic. This is completely destroyed. I don't even know that that's worth keeping, but maybe I'll hang on to it. There's a cartridge there with a Blockbuster sticker on it. The back of it is in good shape though. Virtual Pinball. That one was complete. Eternal Champions. Complete. This was funny because I got I got one Sega Genesis game, if you guys remember, in that Super Nintendo haul from 3 years ago from the sale, and it was actually this game, Tiny Toon Adventures Buster's Hidden Treasure. So they must have had multiple copies of it. Because here's another one. B.O.B. This one feels a little light. Yeah, no manual. Card's a little bit beat up. Another one of the cool ones in here, Devilish, The Next Possession. I'd never seen that one before either. That one was complete. Actually, really nice shape on that one. Pretty excited about that one. Moving on, Marble Madness, which no manual, card's pretty beat up. MLB PA Baseball. That one feels heavy enough to, oh yeah, it's got everything in there. Atomic Runner. Never seen that one before. Ooh, complete. Nice shape. Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkotron. That one was complete. Of course, you gotta have Aladdin. No manual. Mick and Mac Global Gladiators. That was complete. Spot Goes to Hollywood. Feels a little light. Yeah, no manual. It's got some codes in there or something though. Copy of Road Rash 3. Pretty beat up. Blockbuster sticker on the cart. No manual. Probably, I don't want to say my favorite one I got. Again, I'm kind of jumping the gun. I don't know what, there's still a ton of games in here, but we got Mega Turrican. Unfortunately, it is not in very good shape. No manual, and the cartridge is pretty beat up, but even just to see a copy of Mega Turrican, I saw this one while we were kind of putting them all in the box to take off, and I couldn't believe it that this was in there. Mega Turrican. Fantasia. No manual. Cart's in good shape. Triple Play 96. Feels like it's... oh, it's got a manual that's missing the cover. Copy of Phantasy Star 3 Generations of Doom. Ryan was excited about this one because this is missing the manual, but unfortunately no manual on this one either. But cartridge is in pretty good shape. Little bit of wear on the top. No big deal. Alright, that's the first row down. There we go. We got a copy of Vector Man 2, cardboard case. I think this was a later release if it only came in a cardboard case, but that one was complete. Manual's falling out. Get back in there, or put that after. We got a copy of Mortal Kombat 3, which was complete. Top of the label's coming up, but glue it back down or something. Sonic the Hedgehog. Not for resale. I actually don't know that I have the not for resale version complete yet, so might be hanging on to that one. Jurassic Park Rampage Edition, cardboard box. It's got some stickers on the cartridge, but it's complete. Fatal Labyrinth. I just picked this one up not too long ago in a Craigslist deal. And I'm running out of room again. 1 second here. We got a tower of Genesis games over here. And you'll hear it if it comes crashing down. I'm trying to balance them the best I can. Okay, that should be good. We got a copy of Zoop, cardboard box. Might be missing a manual on that one. Oh, no, there it is, found it. It's complete. We got Scooby-Doo Mystery, complete. The case feels like it's never even been opened. NFL 95. Maybe missing a manual, but not too concerned about it. Beyond Oasis. Pretty sun-faded if you can see that there, but I think the manual was in here. Yeah, manual's back. And there goes the cartridge. Hopefully that's alright. It's covered in Blockbuster stickers, but that's alright. Castlevania Bloodlines. This one was complete and in really nice shape. It took me so long to find this game complete for my collection, and then I find it for $1 at a garage sale. No complaints, I guess. We got Comics Zone. This is another one that I'd never seen before. It's pretty sun-faded on the front there, unfortunately, but it does look like it has the manual in there, and the cartridge is actually in pretty good shape. It's got a small sticker on the top that I could probably get off, but Comics Zone. Alright, Ren and Stimpy presents Stimpy's Invention. That one was complete. We got Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. This one does not feel complete. Nope. Cart's got some stickers and stuff. A copy of Vector Man here, the first one. That one looks to be complete. Clay Fighter. Complete. Manual's a little bit folded up. Couldn't believe this one either. Rock and Roll Racing. I love this game on the Super Nintendo. I mean, I've talked about it before. I actually did a whole video when I picked this game up, I think way back when at my old place. But it's in really rough shape. No manual. Cartridge is almost unrecognizable, but you know, at least they had the case. Very fun game. Definitely recommend that one. Great music. Originally when we saw this, I said Soul Feast, which is I thought it was, because I'm pretty sure Soul Feast is on the Sega CD too, but I think it might be Soul Dees on the Genesis. I don't know, it's kind of hard to read the text, but regardless, that one was complete and in really nice shape. Pretty hard to find one here. I've never seen this one before. We got a copy of X-Men 2 Clone Wars. Looks to be missing a manual, Blockbuster stickers on the cartridge, but not too bad. A copy of Alien 3. No manual. Cartridge a little beat up. Balls 3D fighting at its ballsiest. That one was complete with the registration card actually too. Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. Complete. Another one of the better ones, Rystar. Very, very nice condition on this one. Manual's in there, that's complete. Real cool game. Never owned this one before. Ariel the Little Mermaid, which looks to be complete. We got a copy of Hook here. Unfortunately, no manual, and got some stickers on the cartridge, but not too big of a deal. A copy of Hard Drivin'. Lots of cardboard cases. That one's complete though. World Series Baseball 98. That's complete there. This one looks pretty cool. Light Crusader. A little bit sun faded, but might. Oh no! Found the manual. It's got some stickers on it, but there it is. Put that back together later. Just a few more here. Miss Pac-Man. That was complete. We got a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That was complete. This one I'd never seen before. I had to look this one up. I didn't even think this was NTSC, but apparently it is. Goofy's Hysterical History Tour. And kind of an obscure Disney title there. Although it doesn't even say Disney on it, but I mean, it's got to be Disney, right? Echo the Dolphin. First one. Complete. This one's pretty cool. Addams Family. I don't know that I've ever seen that on the Genesis before. That's complete. Really excited to get this one. You know, I passed this up at a game store, our local game store when they first opened. I had some trading credit and passed this game up. Contra Hard Corpse. Everyone always says Contra Hardcore, but it's definitely Hard Corpse. That was complete and in pretty nice shape. Shadow of the Beast 2, another one I've never seen before. That one was complete. Manual's a little bit folded, as they always get in these bigger cases, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2, of course, what would any Genesis not be without Sonic 2? And I believe the last Genesis game that we got was Real Monsters in a cardboard case here. That's complete. It's got the manual in there. So, anyway, that was it for the Genesis stuff. That was definitely the bulk of what we got, but I've got quite a few boxed Super Nintendo games here. A few absolute gems. So I'm probably going to cut right now. I got to clear myself some room here so I have room to even put these anywhere. So I will be right back with these Super Nintendo games. Okay, so for the Super Nintendo games, I'm obviously not going to take the time to open up every single box and show you guys whether or not it's complete. Some of the better ones I definitely will, but I'd say as far as completeness goes, the Super Nintendo games are kind of on par with like what the Genesis games were. I'd say definitely over half of them are complete, maybe even a little bit more than that. But some of these were also rentals, you could tell. All the boxes are actually in surprisingly good shape for being rentals, but maybe that's why some of them were missing manuals or had you know, stickers on the cartridges and stuff. But anyway, let's get right into this here. We'll start out with Pink Goes to Hollywood. Next up we got The Lost Dimension. I think this is Jim Power in The Lost Dimension in 3D or whatever. It says JP on his little jetpack there, but maybe that just stands for jetpack. I don't know. We got Hook in very nice shape. Next up we got The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. This one I actually don't even have the cartridge to yet, I don't believe. It's in really nice shape too. Out to Lunch. And check out that box. I mean, just pretty much mint condition. It does have a sticker on the back, the bottom back there, but I very carefully will take that off. We got Tiny Toons Adventures Buster Bust Loose. Now this is one of the best ones here. I just happen to grab. I have these in no kind of order or anything. There's one I'm saving for the end because it's got a little bit more of a story to go with it. But this one was one of the first ones I saw, and my jaw just dropped. Brandish. Such an obscure Super Nintendo title. This is one of the RPGs you don't really hear too much about on the Super Nintendo. I honestly really don't know a whole lot about it. But it is in there. I'll open this one up. I think this one had a manual. Okay, this is the one. Okay, it has the manual. It is a very well used manual, but I mean, you could tell the guy who owned it used the manual thoroughly and did his best to preserve it. I mean, it's all taped up and stuff, but it's there. I mean, you could tell it was well used, which is kind of just a cool thing in itself. That it's just kind of part of the story. Like the game was obviously played, and actually the registration card is in here too. I'm gonna set that one off to the side. I'll put that back together later. We got a Super Nintendo cleaning kit. It's just kind of thrown in there. This one here, which was super cool, RoboCop versus the Terminator. It's the plastic hard shell case here. I'm not exactly sure how this works. I was having trouble getting this to fit in there earlier, but I think it only fits in there like upside down. So I don't know what kind of manual that was supposed to come with this. There's no manual in here. I'm assuming it came with one, obviously. I don't know where it would have went, or if this had like I can't remember if this had like a back shell or something that went on it too, but there's the game in there. And then the back of like the cardboard insert, I guess. But that one I'll have to put together later too. That was a little confusing. Alright, next up we got Chester Cheetah. Too Cool, Too Fool. Air Cavalry. Sure. We got Revolution X, Aerosmith game. I swear I got this one from her last. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that video from 3 summers ago. I'll put the link to it down in the description too if anyone hasn't seen it or doesn't know what I'm talking about. 3 summers ago, it hit it off pretty big at the same sale. This one was super cool. I don't know what this one is worth right now, but this is in beautiful shape. Sky Blazer. This doesn't have any stickers on it or anything. Really nice shape. I don't know that this one had a manual though. No, this one did not have a manual, and it has a video rental store engraved on the front here. But to get the box in this nice shape, I definitely didn't have this cartridge yet. That was pretty incredible. Phantom 2049. This is another one of like the heavy hitters. I haven't looked this up yet or anything, but I know that even this cartridge has been going up recently. The Flintstones, The Treasure of Sierra Madrock. I don't believe this one had a manual though. No, it did not. It does have the baggie for the cartridge though, and there's the cartridge in there. The box is a little bit warped and stuff around. You probably see it's a little bit crushed or whatever, but I mean, for $1, hell yes. This one was really cool because it's in nice shape. It's a little bit dusty though. Maui Mallard in Cold Shadow. I can imagine this one's probably pretty expensive right now too. The Adventures of Batman and Robin, in really nice shape. Actually, I think this one is complete. The manual was not in here originally, but we found the manual in the bottom of one of these boxes. Yep, manual's in there, cartridge is in there, still in the baggie. Can't believe that. I'm assuming this is probably another one of the heavy hitters. Like I said, I don't know what that's going for right now, but Battle Clash. Of course, you gotta have your Battle Clash. This box is in a little rough shape. We had to piece this one together too. So the one where the manual was sitting in the bottom of the box. Of course, you gotta have your Shaq Fu. We got Cool Spot here, which I just recently got this one complete for my collection. This box I think is in better shape than mine though. Wheel of Fortune. We got in really nice shape the Lord of the Rings Volume 1, which I'm pretty sure there was only Volume 1, unless that's a reference to the movie, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings guy, but yeah, I don't even think that I had this cartridge yet. I might have had the cartridge, I'm not sure. But really nice shape on that one. We got Donkey Kong Country 3. This one's pretty beat up. It doesn't have an insert. This is one of the more beat up boxes. Probably just got crushed because I mean it doesn't have the cardboard insert, but the cartridge is in there. I'll set that one off to the side too so I don't crush it anymore. We got up next Arrow the Acrobat. A copy of Uniracers, which might be a box upgrade for mine. I have it, but I think the front of mine's kind of sun faded. Bass Masters Classic. This one's really cool. I don't have this cartridge yet. It's a little bit harder to find. Top Gear 3000. The third one, I believe, that came out on the Super Nintendo. Unfortunately, it does not look like it has a manual in there, but the cartridge looks to be in pretty good shape. The guy looks like he wrote a bunch of codes and stuff actually on the back of the insert for the game. But yeah, cool to get that one. This one I can imagine is pretty hard to find complete, because just finding a cartridge in good shape is like impossible. Speedy Gonzalez, Los Gatos Bandidos, which I believe was complete. If not, oh yeah, it is. I think I have an extra manual for this one too, but you never find this cartridge in good shape. I don't know why. I think it must have just been a cheaper label. Sometimes I did that, so that one was cool to get. It doesn't want to go back in there, but I'll figure that out later. Bust a Move. I don't even know that I had that cartridge yet. Okay, these are pretty cool here. We got like kind of like a trilogy going on right here. The Addams Family at Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt. We got the Addams Family Values, and just the Addams Family, all in really nice shape. I think those are all complete too. So I don't even know that I had any of those boxed. The box art on them is kind of cool. I saw that and I thought for sure it was like Evo or something with like the vines and stuff. I got super excited, but I mean, Addams Family's cool too. We got Tom and Jerry, The Adventures of Dr. Franken. We got Warlock. Okay, and now that was it. Well, I've got one more box game I'll show in a second. I got a little bit of a story for that one. We did get some loose cartridge games too in here with these some of these nice cases here, which are cool for kind of more expensive games or whatever. Nothing too expensive in here, I don't. Maybe one. I think there's one actually that's pretty nice. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally. This is a copy of Mickey's Ultimate Challenge. We got dust cover on the Stunt Race FX. Pretty cool game. I used to play that one back when I was younger. Mario is Missing. And then probably the best loose cart that we got. At least I think this is it. Yeah. Ooh. This one's cool to get. I've never owned this before. Joe and Mac 2. Lost in the Tropics. I've got the first one. I actually got the first one complete in box from this sale 3 years ago. And then there's the loose cart for Joe and Mac 2. Okay, just a couple more things to show here for Super Nintendo. Here was the Mario Paint that we got. This box is pretty beat up, but actually the box I have for this doesn't even have like the insert or anything, like it's like a styrofoam type insert. But so I think that I'm gonna, well, I'll see which box is better, mine or this one, and then at least I'll have an insert for mine so it's not getting crushed. This box looks like it got pretty crushed though. That was actually $3 I had priced on that, but it's like, you know, okay, sure. Alright, now the very last one that I found. So we had, like I said, I didn't have enough money initially to pay for all this. I mean, I haven't counted it up yet, but it was much more than I had on me. So what I did was we originally, we paid the lady, and what I had initially, and I took, you know, 80 some games or whatever, you know, it was $1 a piece on them, and we went to the ATM, and she was just holding the rest of them for us till we got back. And so we got back, you know, I paid for the rest of them, we put them all in the car, and I was like, you know, she had some other cool looking stuff at the sale, a bunch of DVDs and stuff, so I put everything in the car. I told Ryan he could wait if he wanted to, or he could come up, I was going to check out some more stuff. So she's like, and I asked her if she had any more games or anything, and she's like, yeah. She's like, well, check the DVD bins, some might have got mixed in. So I open up the DVD bin that's sitting right in front of me, and just sitting in, the only game in the box with just probably 100 other DVDs was this. Mega Man X3 in the box. Now, obviously, the box isn't in the greatest shape. It does have an insert in here. It's a little bit crushed and whatnot, but I mean, look at this cartridge too. It's just like, just minty fresh cartridge there. So no manual. Okay, no manual. Obviously, not the easiest game to find a manual for, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like I could have just driven away, like without even thinking to go back and look, and I would have completely missed this. Just the only game that was sitting in that DVD bin that was kind of still covered. So absolutely incredible. This was probably I mean, I would say that this was the best one that we got there, and it was like the last one that I found. So I'm gonna very delicately put this over here, And I will put that back together in a second. But that was all for the Super Nintendo stuff. Obviously not as much stuff as we got in, you know, the last Super Nintendo haul, but how much more could she really have had left, you know what I mean? So I think we got the rest of it here. So now I'm going to move on. I do have a few more things to show. Like I said, I got some PS1 games, some soundtracks, and a system and stuff. So let me clear myself some room, and I will come back for that real quick. Alright, so PlayStation. I didn't get a whole lot of PlayStation stuff, but did get this pretty quality stack of PS1 games, along with a few PS2 games. Now, actually 3 years ago at this sale we made out with some pretty decent PS1 games, actually quite a few of them. So these must have just been ones that he was hanging on to, didn't want to sell at the time. We definitely would have bought these last year if they were there. And actually none of these PS1 games weren't out at the sale or anything either. Like after I'd already loaded up all the Super Nintendo Genesis stuff, even after I got that X3, I think I asked the guy, you know, is there any other games that you'd want to sell? And he's like, yeah, you know, like, let me go check the attic real quick. So he like walks into his attic, I guess, comes down like 3 minutes later with a stack of PS1 games, also for $1 each, and I'm just flipping through them, and I'm just like, I can't believe this. So let's start out here. We got a Greatest Hits Crash Bandicoot, Greatest Hits Metal Gear Solid, Greatest Hits Rayman. Now get ready for some Final Fantasy action. We got Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, and Final Fantasy IX. And all these were like complete, like mint condition. I mean, the cases aren't even cracked or anything like that. I could not believe that. And then when I got to the last one, I was just like, you have got to be kidding me. Mega Man Legends. Super excited to get this one. Never owned Mega Man Legends. It's brand new. It's in brand new condition. I could not believe that that was in there. So, decent stack of PS1 games. Like I said, there was just a few PS2 games. These were kind of mixed in with the DVDs, actually. I think all these were actually out originally at the sale. But Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, which was missing the disc, which I didn't realize at the time, but whatever. I'm not going to start complaining now. And then we got 2 copies of Resident Evil Outbreak. Now this is kind of interesting because this one here is a Blockbuster rental in a Blockbuster case. It is complete though. Of course the manual is all warped from the case. And this one is actually brand new. Sealed, never opened. So couldn't complain with that. Like I said, it's kind of weird that they had 2 of them. Greatest Hits sealed and then a Blockbuster black label. But anyway, that was all the PlayStation stuff. Like I said, not a whole lot, but we did get quite a bit from them last time. So, I mean, like, how much could they have really had left, I guess, right? So, anyway, I've got this big box of soundtracks here. I think there's 40 of them in here. I remember I gave the guy 220s for these. These are something I picked through, like, after the fact, too. Now, rather than try and, you know, show these individually, that's just not going to work. I can't even pronounce half of these as they are. I'll probably just do a pan over them right now so you guys can see what they were. I mean, we got I mean, every Final Fantasy soundtrack is in here, it looks like. Some of them are like in the nice box sets. Breath of Fire's in here, Shadow Hearts, Metal Gear Solid 2, Star Ocean, a couple Dot Hacks, a couple that I don't even recognize. Wild Arms is in here, Kingdom Hearts, Cowboy Bebop, Xenogears, Xenosaga, it's just, like I said, there's like 40 different ones in here. He had a few more. These are all the ones that I recognized. He had some that were strictly like Japanese. I had no idea what they were. At least these ones, you know, I kind of like, I could at least read the title of the game, what it was. But anyway, so I'm assuming he must have ordered those all online. I mean, they're from Japan, it looks like. And actually, I think he did mention that because I had asked him, you know, where did you get all these soundtracks from, man? Like, and he said that, you know, he used to order and dial up internet and used to order them all online, which is, I mean, that's just a cool story in itself. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I would have done something like that. All right, on to this final box of stuff here, which has, I believe, the one system we got with the deal in it. There was actually some other goodies in here too. We got some random manuals here. Actually, some pretty good Super Nintendo manuals. Rock and Roll Racing, Claymates, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. There's a few other ones mixed in here. They're all in these plastic bags, but it looks like there's a system manual for Super Nintendo and stuff in there too. So I don't know where these games went. We definitely didn't get these ones, but bonus manuals. Also in there was a box only for Kirby's Dream Land 2 on the Game Boy. It's pretty crushed, it doesn't have an insert in it or anything, but it's actually not in bad shape. That should flatten out alright. Hang on to that. Just a few other miscellaneous manuals and stuff. There was the Sega Genesis, what are these, code books or code books, cheat books, whatever you want to call them. There's 3 of those. And then there was an ASCII pad in there as well for the Genesis and the Sega CD, actually. And then, like I said, the one system we got was Sega Genesis. It was a Model 2. All the cords and stuff were all mixed up down here. It came with two 6-button controllers, had the power and the RF cords. I think they sold the system to me for 20 bucks, which is more than I would normally pay for a Genesis, but it was just like one of those things, you know, like, okay, sure, add it to my tab kind of thing. Also in there was there was a PS1 DualShock controller and a couple cool PS1 peripherals, I guess. We got a GameShark Pro. And I guess the last thing I'll show for this video is this Lara Croft memory card for the PS1. This is really cool. I've seen these before, but I've never owned one, so I guess this will conclude the pickup video on her there. Just absolutely incredible. You know, 3 years ago when when I was making, you know, the video for that Super Nintendo Motherload, I was like, you know what, like, never again are we going to come anywhere close to this, top this or whatever. I don't know if this haul necessarily tops it. It's, you know, it's pretty close. And just the fact that they have this much more stuff in addition to what we got 3 years ago is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, what they must have had a video game museum in their basement or their attic, I guess. So I don't know. I got to talking to the guy that was there. They were his games. I mean, the mom was the one like running the sale, but they were obviously her son's games. He was an older guy. I don't know. He's probably in his late 20s or something, but he was a pretty cool guy. I mean, he obviously knew what he was talking about. I could tell just by talking to him that he had played every single one of these games. So, you know, he was very knowledgeable. You know, we got to talking about RPGs and stuff like that. Of course, we got plenty of RPGs. And you know, I got to asking him about where, you know, where the soundtracks were from and stuff like that. And it was just he was a pretty cool guy. And you know, he knew that they were going, you know, his stuff was going to a good home, and I think he was happy to know that. So I don't know exactly what I paid for everything, honestly. I'm gonna try and get a count. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to. It's just, it was confusing because, like I said, I only had so much with me when we first got there. Had to, you know, pay for some stuff, go to the ATM, come back, pay for more stuff. They kept bringing stuff out, so I just kept forking over money to these people. But I'll see if I can get a more accurate count. Like I said, if I had to guess, it was in the neighborhood of $180 for everything, which is it's just incredible. I mean, a couple of those games alone are worth that. You know, the X3 in the box. You know, I couldn't believe that. Definitely the score of this season. I don't know that we're topping that this season. But again, I'm gonna stay optimistic. You never know. And it just goes to show that yes, there is still gold mines like this out there. If you know, you gotta have a little bit of patience. You gotta kind of know what you're doing. You gotta look in the right places. But it is there for you guys to find. So don't give up. Never give up, because something like this is always gonna come around, and it's gonna make it worth it. So anyway, with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video. I hope it didn't get too long, but who am I kidding? It's probably way longer than I anticipated. But anyway, thank you guys if you stuck around and check out the whole video. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, take care.